Hello everyone, welcome to a new weekly update. This week I wanted to touch on a few things. I wanted to provide things that I feel that are much more useful for anyone who's watching. So the first thing I wanted to update you guys is in how my validation. I've been validating for a while. I feel that it is a super crucial step, and everyone knows this, but I'll get more on that later. What I've been doing this week is using tools like tally.so to create surveys so that people can give me their thoughts, their input, and so that I can learn a bit more about what their potential use cases would be. I've also been messaging potential customers or potential users for the same reason, basically to get more insights on what they think about my product. Something that's super related to that, and this is something I would highly recommend anyone who's trying to start a business to do it if they haven't already, is that I skimmed through a big chunk of this book called The Mom Test. It's been awesome. It changed it immediately as soon as I started reading it. It immediately changed the way that I was gathering feedback and thoughts about my potential startups or my actual current startup. It tells you a lot of things that can be incredibly useful for you, especially if you still don't know if what you're trying to build anyone would want to buy it, or if anyone is interested at all, because everyone will actually tell you that your idea is good. Most people will tell you that your idea is good, but is it in reality? Is that what they really think? Is it? Probably not. They're trying to protect their ego, or they don't want to be mean and so on, like most people. And that's why I would highly recommend the Mom Test, because it will probably and very likely change the way that you ask for feedback. And something that I wanted to tie to this is how I've changed my views on starting companies and starting businesses. This is my first time building something completely serious where I've dedicated a lot of time, like a huge amount of time I've dedicated into building this. And in the process, my views on how businesses are created has actually completely changed. I always thought that creating a good product was the most important part of creating a business, when in reality, that's not even close. The most important by far thing when creating a business is marketing and validation. I've realized that that's why so many companies failed. Even though those companies that got a little bit of traction, maybe they thought that they were sad and that it was gonna work, or that they even got investment. Maybe an investor believed in them and they invested some money into that company. That's why they end up failing, because a single person's opinion, whether it's someone who you know or a friend or whatever, or even a single customer, you cannot base all of your company's value on a single individual opinion. You need to gather feedback, and you need to understand how the mind of your potential users work, because that's the only way you can actually create a sustainable thing. If you create something that is a single person or a couple of people told you that, oh yeah, it's a good idea, you don't know what their real intentions are, if they would even use your product, if they would buy it, and probably they wouldn't, right? Because you need to create something with actual value. So I now know that marketing, validation, and gathering feedback is like 90% of creating a successful business. If you don't care about creating a successful business, by all means, just start coding and create an actual product. But unless you have successfully validated and created a great plan for marketing and all these other things that we think are external to the startup, when in reality they make up pretty much all of the startup. Talking about changing mindsets, I feel like there's a trend, and I would say that even I'm partaking into that trend, but not actually. But there's a trend right now, thinking and trying to do. It's not new. It's been around forever, but in different ways. Right now, it's more of this TikTok shorts or YouTube videos trend where entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs they start creating videos documenting their journey, and some of them are doing this to provide some accountability, to create some sense of accountability. And here the question arises: is documenting your journey the cure for your lack of effort, for your lack of discipline? Is it? And the answer, of course, is no. You will still start slacking. You will stop uploading videos, and you will stop doing things. You will stop working on your company or your businesses, because discipline is internal, is something intrinsic. And you have to take, I feel like the best way I would say that I have to not give up and to keep going with things is to treat everything like an experiment. You don't have to just feel like you need to commit permanently to a single thing. You can say, okay, I will try these things and we'll see how it goes. But that trying should never be like, okay, I'm doing this, but whatever, I'll do it for a day. No, you need to spend some real time doing that thing. And if it fails, which most things do, it will never be a failure, because how can something be a failure if you learn from it? So as long as you're learning from something and treating everything as an experiment where you will get an actual result and a learning outcome, it can never be a failure. It will never be a failure. But yeah, those are the things that I wanted to touch on this week. And that's it. I'll see you next week, and take care and keep building great things.